This is all happening when we are getting some great news about vaccines and vaccine approval in the UK and hopefully here in the United States very soon. I wonder how quickly we will start to see these numbers fall when people start to get the vaccine. And this is something I've been thinking about because if the people who are most at risk of dying are the ones who are dying right now, and they're the ones who are getting the vaccine, then won't if they get vaccinated soon, won't we start to quickly see those numbers fall? And we'll start to have renewed sense of hope here in the US.
So I think that the idea here is what does quickly mean, right? So a couple of things. First of all, we will see vaccine distribution starting very soon. That is amazing. And hopefully it won't just be the first two that are kind of furthest along in the process, but additional vaccines will be coming. We need to kind of let that snowball build because it results in greater access to vaccines. So that's the first thing is the rollout is not going to be, one day in this month or even in January, everybody has access. There are guidelines set forth this week, endorsed by the CDC, advised by the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, a great group of scientists to really get in there and set these priorities because, quite frankly, there just won't be enough vaccine to start. We'll need to build that up. And then once an individual is vaccinated, it's going to take 2 doses for these first two vaccines that are kind of the front runners. It'll take 2 doses, 21 days apart, and then a little bit of additional time to really make sure that immune response is robust. So from the time an individual gets vaccinated, it's going to take another 4 or 5 weeks before, maybe even just a touch longer, before someone really has that protection against severe disease. And also remembering that these vaccine endpoints have been severe disease, right? Or any type of symptomatic disease and also severe disease. And they've been showing great efficacy in the setting of these clinical trials. But what we don't really know quite yet is, will it reduce transmission and by how much, right? So those additional studies will be forthcoming as well. So just because the vaccine rolls out does not mean that all of a sudden we're going to increase this with this huge amount of immunity right away. It is going to take some time. We will still be wearing masks and social distancing for a few more months.
The biggest stories the moment they happen from around the globe. Subscribe to Bloomberg Quick Take now for insight in an instant.